Today we will discuss the first chapter in entrepreneurship, which is class 11 NCERT Entrepreneurship, Unit 1 Entrepreneurship Concepts and Functions. This is NCERT tutorials. Okay, so in our first chapter, we need to define our terms correctly. So we need to make sure that we have 100% knowledge of what entrepreneurship is, what an entrepreneur is, what an enterprise is, and many other definitions and general terms related to entrepreneurship. So if you see entrepreneurship on page number 2 in the NCERT entrepreneurship textbook, we know that it's a new age of business ventures, and today business ventures are not just product based. They are not just about making products, supplying them to the market. Instead, they have become very idea centric, so therefore it requires a lot of imagination. Today's business require a lot of ideas and creativity and imagination. There are two things an enterprise does. It creates more wealth, and it is also a source of constant innovation. So one of the biggest enterprises which reflects the concept of entrepreneurship is Tesla, which is it creates a lot of wealth, but it's also a source of constant innovation. So what is the concept of entrepreneurship? So we know that entrepreneur is a person, which is a subject. Entrepreneurship is the process or action, and entrepreneur engages in entrepreneurship. And entrepreneurship is a verb, and enterprise is the outcome of that entrepreneurship, and therefore enterprise is also an object. So an entrepreneur is a person responsible for setting up a business or an enterprise, and we can also classify an entrepreneur as an agent of change who works for the good of people. If there is an entrepreneur who has developed something that is going to be harmful to the people, obviously it's not going to be accepted by everyone. An entrepreneur is also a type of person who changes or converts a situation into an opportunity. So if there's a problem in a society, an entrepreneur does not look at that problem as a problem. Instead, he or she tries to visualize it as an opportunity to change that problem and give it a solution. So therefore, many economists have also classified the entrepreneur as a fourth factor of production, along with land, labor, and capital, because it is an entrepreneur who combines land, labor, and capital and creates an enterprise out of it. If we look into the etymological meaning of entrepreneur, the word entrepreneur is derived from the French word entrepreneur de, which means to undertake, or therefore entrepreneurs are people who undertake a risk to start a new enterprise. So this term was coined by Richard Cantillon, who was an Irishman living in France. So the next topic is who is an entrepreneur, or basically what are the qualities of an entrepreneur. These are the general qualities of an entrepreneur, and if you see, most of the successful entrepreneurs have all of these qualities. So they are, first of all, obviously they develop and own an enterprise. Entrepreneurs are also moderate risk takers and work under uncertainties, and risk taking is a crucial factor when it comes to entrepreneurship. They're obviously innovative. Most of the successful entrepreneurs, they have innovated something which no one has innovated before. They also have a strong urge to be independent, and they try to do something better. Entrepreneurs are also dissatisfied with routine activities. Therefore, they are not interested in having a 9-to-5 job. They look for more challenges, competitions. Therefore, they do not like living inside a routine activity. Entrepreneurs also withstand hard life. If you see, one of the main qualities an entrepreneur should have is pain tolerance, because they're constantly living under a hard life, and they're working much more than people who do jobs. Entrepreneurs are also determined but patient, because a lot of enterprises fail. Therefore, they need to be determined, but they also need to be patient. They also have a sense of leadership, because it's like building an empire. They're having people working under them, and so they need to have a sense of leadership and also a sense of competitiveness. They also take personal responsibility, and this is a very crucial factor, because if you see general people, if they do something wrong, they're going to blame it on other people, but entrepreneurs actually take responsibility for the wrongs they have done. And entrepreneurs are also oriented towards the future. They're always doing moonshot thinking. They're always looking forward. And they are people who persist even in the face of difficulty. So there have been many definitions of entrepreneurs given by many economists, many entrepreneurs. Some of the main or major or famous definitions have been given by Richard Cantillon, Adam Smith, Joseph Schumpeter, and Peter F. Drucker. And so these are there on page number 4 of the textbook. We can have a rough definition of what an entrepreneurship is. So that entrepreneurship is a systematic innovation which consists of the purposeful and organized search for changes and a systematic analysis of the opportunities that such change might offer for economic and social transformation. And therefore, we also come to know that entrepreneurs are the major factor behind economic and social transformation. Now, by now, you guys must have figured out entrepreneurs are people who start an enterprise. So the next question is, what is an enterprise? An enterprise is a business organization that is formed and which provides goods and services. It creates jobs, it contributes to the national income, contributes to the overall economic development, and exports. So the next part of the textbook is it is derived from this book called Entrepreneurship and Small Business, which is written by Rajesh Marwaha and J.S. Mehendipur. Here we come to know what the functions of entrepreneurs are. Functions of entrepreneur, they're divided into 4 major functions which also have sub functions. The first one is entrepreneurial functions.